Hi roses, my name is Tianna and welcome to today's reading about the upcoming week for fire signs. That is, if you have a Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius sun, moon, or rising sign. If you do not but still feel called to this reading, feel free to stick around. I am recording this for the week of February 23rd, but this is a timeless reading, so whenever you are feeling called to this reading, it may resonate for you. If it does, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you're interested in more tarot content from me, you can find my Twitter at Tianna Rose Tarot, or use the link in the description box to book a personal reading with me. So first, we have last quarter moon in Sagittarius, practice gratitude. And then we have last quarter moon in Scorpio, reveal what needs to be seen. There may be something in your life right now that you have been avoiding, or maybe trying to tell yourself one thing when maybe deep down you know that it's another. There's something that's maybe, it's not even necessarily conscious, but something that's been lingering under the surface, a feeling that you've known but haven't actually taken the time to explore, something that has been tried to be pushed down possibly, but is still finding its way back up, because that's what happens when we try to suppress things. This is something that might feel very scary for you right now, but is ultimately very important to your journey. And I do think that it is something that eventually you're going to feel really grateful for, that you both went through and also acknowledged its existence. So if that resonates for you, please take that. That might be more of a specific message, so it might not resonate for everybody. As always, I think it is beneficial to practice gratitude, to make sure that we're kind of reflecting on our life and noticing the little things that we do find meaning in. I think sometimes gratitude can be easily made into something that's more like pop culture-y, or something where we feel like it's a bit of a chore, or that it's a struggle to find things that we're feeling grateful for at any given moment, because we might not be where we want to be yet. But it's less about that and more about noticing, paying more attention, and being more intentional in your life. And through that process, you might actually start to see that there are some things under the surface, or things that you weren't even conscious of, that are asking to be named. And these could be feelings, thoughts about things that you haven't really explored yet. A deep desire to move in a certain direction, but maybe it's something that you're scared of. But as I said, ultimately, I do think that this is going to be a really positive thing for you. Let's see what else is coming up this week. We have the card Love Call. So this is an indication you may be receiving a message from a specific person in your life, somebody calling to let you know that they're thinking of you, that they care about you. This actually could be very unexpected. It could be from a family member, or for somebody that you maybe haven't even heard from in years, but it's a message of somebody really just wanting to shower you in their gratitude for you. And so I think the more that you practice gratitude, that's actually going to start to impact the people around you, and they might be continuing to pay that back to you, even if it's not necessarily something that you're doing outwardly, but just being in that energy kind of shifts your frequency externally as well. And for some of you, though, this is from a romantic partner, somebody wanting to reach out to you, somebody wanting to express their feelings. This could stir up some things that you weren't aware of. So just keep that in mind. Oh wow, we had a lot of cards just fall out of the deck right now. So we have self-indulgence. This is focusing on yourself, on the things that you really want to work on for yourself, maybe some shadow work. So that could be kind of going into these deeper or darker places that you don't necessarily always go to, but could be very beneficial to consider, because that's where like the real healing comes from. And also making sure that you're taking time to show yourself some love, working on your self-worth, self-appreciation, showing gratitude towards yourself. Healthy choices. So putting yourself first, prioritizing yourself, showing yourself that you deserve to feel good at this time, whatever that looks like for you, making choices that help you to feel happier, but really also to focus kind of on the long run and making sure that you're putting habits into place that are sustainable. And lastly, we have the butterflies. So this week is going to be a bit of a metamorphosis, going through a transformation of some kind. It could be, if this is a specific romantic connection that you are thinking about at this time, that is going to be perhaps evolving to the next phase, whatever that looks like for you. And again, working on some of that healing, the inner child work that can connect to shadow work, and just having some overall growth for yourself in the choices that you're making, the things that you're choosing to do with your time. For some of you, you're actually deciding not to make a call to somebody, but for others of you, you are going to be the one who's reaching out and wanting to share with somebody that you really do care about them. And if you find yourself feeling that way over the next week, wanting to show some gratitude out loud to somebody, that can be a great thing. And it can really help somebody to feel good and appreciated, and kind of, again, share that energy around. So that is something that you can consider doing as this week approaches. And remember that you don't have anything that you need to be ashamed of, that you are human, and there are certain things that we might do that don't really feel aligned for us. And instead of just continuing to push those things down, to feel ashamed or to be unable to really think about them, if we allow those things to come up, to recognize that it's okay that we're not perfect, and look at where those might be showing up in our insecurities or the way that we're approaching things, that can really help us to heal. So please keep all of that in mind, and I hope you have a great week, fire signs.